Good morning and a warm welcome to your show, Sunny Mornings in San Diego. We're the daily podcast that gets you started on the right foot and always with a positive vibe. I'm your host, Melissa, and it's Monday, February 19th. You'll be interested to know 146 years ago today, in 1878, Thomas Edison patented the phonograph. The phonograph, which records sound on tinfoil cylinders, was inspired by his telegraph and telephone work. Initially a novelty, it evolved with improvements like wax cylinders and floating stylus, mainly used by experts. The Edison-speaking phonograph company was formed in 1878. Later, Edison's company introduced more user-friendly models, expanding its use in entertainment and business, maintaining relevance despite emerging competing formats. Now that I feel like I've learned something, let's check out the weather in the San Diego area. This morning, it's mostly cloudy skies and 56 degrees, with just about no wind. The sunset will take place at 5:37 p.m., and it will rise again tomorrow at 6:26 a.m. It looks like we're in for a slight chance of showers today, but mostly cloudy with a high near 65 and southeast wind 5 to 10 mile per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. Tonight, a slight chance of showers. Cloudy with a low around 55 and wind around 5 mile per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. In a surf report, expect a solid west swell refresh on Tuesday, slightly larger than Sunday. Monday's conditions seem challenging, but Tuesday looks more promising with sizable surf, shorter intervals, and more westerly direction. Expect sizable leftovers and onshore wind on Wednesday, then smaller, cleaner conditions by Friday. Monday in Ocean Beach and South San Diego, it's looking good and clean at 6 to 9 feet, anytime before 9 a.m., with a 4-foot outgoing high tide at 7 a.m. After that, it's not looking rideable. Best time to ride will be around 5 a.m. Air temps for the morning surf are around 55 degrees. The first high tide Monday will be 5 feet just after 5:30 a.m., with a minus half-foot low tide just after 1 p.m. The nearshore buoy at Scripps in La Jolla reads 59 degrees for the water temperature. Looking ahead in the weather, we'll see cloudy skies and showers on Tuesday with a high near 63 degrees and a south wind of 5 to 10 mile per hour. The evening brings a higher likelihood of rain and potential thunderstorms continuing into early Wednesday. Wednesday will be partly sunny with a high near 62 and a chance of morning rain. The trend of increasing clouds continues into Wednesday and Thursday night with lows around 50. Expect cloudy conditions on Thursday and Friday, gradually clearing up to mostly sunny skies with highs in the low to mid-60s. Bonjour, food enthusiasts. This podcast is brought to you by Versailles Cafe and Pastries in Encinitas. Nestled on El Camino Real South, just north of Encinitas Boulevard, this cafe is a haven for culinary delights. Indulge in their amazing Eggs Benedict or their gluten-free crepes. You can grab a panini for lunch or just breeze on through to get your morning coffee. They are open every day from 8 to 5. So stop on by and don't forget to tell them Sunny Morning sent you. In local news, Marea Village in Encinitas, a mixed-use project with 94 apartments, a 32-room hotel, and commercial buildings, is progressing after a year-long negotiation over hotel room affordability. Initially approved in August 2022, it faced delays due to disagreements with the California Coastal Commission on low-cost hotel rooms. In October, a resolution was reached with Fenway Capital, the developer, agreeing to pay over $1 million instead of including the required amount of low-cost rooms in the project. It is to be stressed, this payment is not a bribe. and will supposedly fund other affordable local projects. The project, which does include 19 affordable housing units, is now awaiting building permits, with a groundbreaking expected later this year. I believe it is still undecided whether or not the rooms with an ocean view will be earmarked for the affordability treatment. Now on to sports. The Oakland Athletics' potential relocation to Las Vegas is now shrouded in uncertainty. ESPN reporter Jeff Passan, appearing on Pardon the Interruption, highlighted widespread doubts about the move's feasibility, citing the Athletics' history of organizational mishaps. Critically, even Las Vegas mayor has expressed skepticism. The A's, known for their less-than-stellar management, have struggled with simple tasks, raising questions about their capacity to manage such a significant relocation. This skepticism is rooted in a series of blunders, including a poorly received farewell gift to Miguel Cabrera and subpar concession stand offerings, reflecting broader issues in fan engagement and operational confidence. The complexity of relocating a major sports team adds to the challenge, making the successful execution of this move appear increasingly uncertain. In other sports news, the NBA All-Star Game was last night. The East beat the West 211 to 186. The Lakers and Clippers get back to it on Thursday. Last night in hockey, the Kings were on the road and beat the Penguins 2-1. Tonight, the Ducks are on the road to take on the Sabres. In top news, scientists are exploring groundbreaking geoengineering techniques to combat climate change, as traditional methods to reduce greenhouse gas emissions are lagging. These methods include spraying saltwater into clouds, injecting reflective particles into the sky, and altering ocean chemistry. These once taboo approaches, now receiving funding and attention, aim to reflect sunlight away from Earth or absorb atmospheric CO2. For example, a project off Australia's coast seeks to brighten clouds in order to cool the Great Barrier Reef's waters, while in Israel, reflective particles are being tested to cool the atmosphere. In Massachusetts, researchers plan to reduce ocean acidity and absorb CO2 by adding sodium hydroxide to seawater. While these innovative experiments offer potential short-term climate solutions, they are met with caution due to risks like altered rainfall patterns or harm to marine life. The United Nations Environmental Assembly is debating the implications of such interventions, underlining the delicate balance between innovative solutions and unforeseen consequences. In business news, with record highs in the stock market, investors are debating the stock values using various valuation models. The S&P 500's recent performance raises questions about overvaluation. Models like the price-to-earnings ratio, which is currently above its 10-year average, suggest stocks may be expensive. Other metrics like the price-to-book ratio and the equity risk premium also indicate high valuations. The price-to-earnings growth ratio and the cyclically adjusted price-to-earnings ratio provide further insights. These models, combined with economic conditions and company health, help investors gauge market status. Notably, tech stocks like NVIDIA show high valuations, reflecting their growth potential. Overall, these indicators suggest a cautious approach in a market that might be reaching inflated levels. And speaking of inflated, in crypto movement, Bitcoin is currently just over $52,000. Ethereum is nearing $3,000, and Solana is $112. Moving on to a more local vibe. In our community spotlight on health and wellness, we are working with a national Pilates studio to bring you some free classes, so listen up. Check out Club Pilates, with several locations in the San Diego area. Pilates presents a comprehensive wellness approach, cultivating strength, reducing tension, and elevating mental well-being. Scientific research affirms its benefits. So now you can check out Club Pilates for a free class, with locations in Encinitas, Solana Beach, Oceanside, La Jolla, and more. Just be sure to tell them Sunny Mornings sent you by. And now, back to the show. Let's talk tech. Chinese automaker BYD is exploring Mexico as a potential base for exporting cars to the U.S. This move aims to bypass hefty U.S. tariffs on Chinese-made vehicles. BYD's consideration of factory locations in Mexico aligns with a broader trend of Chinese car industry expansion into North America. If executed, this strategy would allow BYD to leverage Mexico's lower labor costs and favorable trade agreements under the U.S.-Mexico-Canada deal. The move reflects China's growing presence in the global electric vehicle market and poses a competitive challenge to U.S. and other international automakers. Despite potential political risks, this strategic shift illustrates the dynamic and increasingly global nature of the EV industry. And in entertainment news, at the 2024 People's Choice Awards, Lenny Kravitz, now 59, was honored with the Music Icon Award. In his acceptance speech, he reflected on his unique journey in the music industry. Kravitz emphasized staying true to himself, despite industry pressures to conform. He turned down early offers that demanded he change his musical style, which didn't fit conventional categories. His success, a result of his authenticity and faith, spans over 35 years and includes 4 Grammy wins. Kravitz's mantra, "Never follow the trends," highlights his commitment to originality. He also expressed gratitude to his parents and performed a medley of hits, demonstrating his enduring impact on music. This recognition comes shortly after his nomination for the 2024 Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, solidifying his status as a true icon in the music world. Well, alrighty, folks, it's time for the quote of the day. And today, our quote comes from Lenny himself. The legendary frontman said, "I am not trying to change the world. I am just offering my gift that God gave me. And if somebody is moved by it, that's beautiful." And that's a wrap for this morning. Remember to stay tuned tomorrow for more news and updates. Have an amazing day, my good friends.